Hello and welcome. This video is about a subject that's very important to gamers, especially those of us who like to stream their gameplays. This is about a concept called swatting. If you are a gamer, you've probably heard of this, but in case you haven't, let's talk about what it is. So, as I said, some gamers like to broadcast their gameplays on services like Twitch and YouTube. And this has developed quite a following. However, there are some out there who have decided to make this nasty. They have started doing what is known as swatting. They are calling the police. They are making prank calls to the police, saying that the streamer has a hostage, is making a bomb, making a false report after they have found out where the streamer lives. And this has led to, well, people getting killed. This has led to people getting shot, and it has reached the point where the FBI and local police have recognized this for what it is and are now labeling this as a major crime. Unfortunately, that can only solve the problem after it has already happened. It is on the gamer to take it upon themselves to protect themselves from people like this. The less exposed you make yourself, the less likely it is that somebody is going to find you, that somebody's going to find out where you are and make a call like this. So let's get into what we can do about this. First of all, the biggest one is don't give away your location. We all know about geotagging in pictures on our phones. Facebook and Foursquare, if you still use it, still constantly want you to check in to wherever you are to let everyone know where you're hanging out. And that boosts traffic for them if, like, you're at a restaurant or something. You know, the restaurant likes to show off how many people are there. But in terms of your own personal privacy, especially when you're at home, it's really not a good idea. You know, like I said, Twitter and Facebook like it if you say where you're posting from, but it's really not a good idea. There's even a space in Facebook to put your address. Really not a good idea. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go through Facebook and Twitter and show how we can limit our exposure online. So here in Facebook, I've set up a sample Facebook account. So we're going to go to the drop-down arrow here, go to Settings, and you can see some basic information about the user. Most of this is going to be hidden. So basically, this is what we're most concerned with. Who can see my stuff? Who can contact me? Who can look me up? So your future posts, the default is going to be your friends, but you can make it so that anyone can see it. And especially if you're geotagging it, this can be a hazard. You can set it to friends. You can even set it to friends except acquaintances, which are just a different kind of friend, somebody that's on your wall, but you don't really want them seeing your stuff all that much, for whatever your reasons are. Who can see your friends list? That's public. To protect your own friends, probably a good idea to keep that just between you guys. Limit the audiences for the posts you've shared with friends of friends or public. So basically, these are your past posts. You can set it so that if somebody's not your friend or is not a friend of a friend, they can no longer see your post. You can set it so they can't see posts that they maybe once could. But remember, everything on the internet is forever. Someone's grabbed a screenshot of it. Somebody has made a record of it. It's out there whether you like it or not. Who can send you friend requests? That one, I would limit to friends of friends. There used to be an option where nobody could, but I think they found that was a little too limiting, so they left it to friends of friends. And you can set it so that people can look you up via your contact information, which I still wouldn't make possible. You don't want people finding you who you don't know, and your email address is out there. It's out there floating. You know, just check in your spam email box, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Same with your phone number. You know, that's out there. I get spam calls all the time. I don't want those people looking me up on Facebook. So like I said, yes, just a drop down, either friends or friends of friends. I would limit it to friends. If you want search engines outside of Facebook to link to your profile, that should be a no. It should not be easy for somebody to find out who you are, even if they're using your name. So that's Facebook. Twitter is getting a little more simple. See here, thankfully the default add a location to my tweets is already turned off. But it's good to go in and make sure, and especially delete location information. And here you could even set it so that only certain people will see your tweets. Otherwise, it goes out to everybody. Everybody can see it. Photo tagging. If you don't want to be tagged in photos, it's probably good to keep this turned off. That way, even if someone tries to tag you, they probably won't succeed. Here, discoverability, like I said, email address, phone number, good to go ahead and turn those off. Receive direct messages from anyone, probably not a good idea. Another option to use, and actually one I definitely recommend, is a VPN. If you're not using a VPN, your line can be traced. When you use a VPN, hackers are going to see the source of the VPN. Whoever's providing it to you, they're not going to see you. So as you can see here, there are plenty of options out there. Some are trustworthy, some are not. Be very careful which ones you pick. So this is a good example of a good review article to get a good lineup of what the different services offer, and you can make a decision from there. You can see what their lowest prices are. So here's the link to this review site I have here on the right. But like I said, there are other review sites out there. You can go and Google search them. Now, two-factor authentication. This is an option that is becoming increasingly more common. Google, Facebook, Twitter, Blizzard was a big one with World of Warcraft, Yahoo, Microsoft. All of these guys are using two-factor authentication in some form or another. Basically what this means is when you log into a new computer or a new device, you will get a code that you have to then enter in the login page, and this confirms that you are you. This can be sent via a text message or an email, though I wouldn't recommend with an email, because if they're logging into this account, they have your email probably. You can also set it to remember certain computers, ones you know that are just for you or are just for people that you trust. And if you're using a public computer, definitely don't check to have that computer remembered. Another option for getting the code is an app. Star Wars, The Old Republic, Blizzard, and the Google Authenticator app, which can actually combine codes for different services, has a rotating token every, I think 30 seconds. The code cycles to something completely different. So if you don't get it within that window, you have to try again, which is good for keeping people out. If you're the one trying to log in, you can sit and wait 5 seconds for the code to reset. Another important thing to remember when you're streaming is to stick to what you're streaming. I understand the appeal to engage with the audience. A lot of audiences do appreciate that, but be very careful what you talk about. You talk about the weather, you talk about local topics, local hot spots, even the topography of where you are. A lot of that can give away where you are. Somebody smart can figure out where you're streaming from. And when you're streaming, stick to the game. When you're done with the game, turn the streaming off before you close the window. You do anything like any online shopping, order any food, anything like that, that's that shows where you are, that shows your address, and people can take advantage of that. And really, your audience is going to want you to stick to the game anyway. They don't want to see you, order a pizza. And a lot of gamers do like to have two screens, so make sure that you're only broadcasting the screen with the game. And I'd say the most important thing to do, if someone does pull this on you, cooperate. I cannot stress that enough. You have to cooperate. You need to do what you're told. Hands up, on the ground, whatever they tell you to do. Do whatever you can to de-escalate the situation. Yes, you're the victim, but they don't know that. As far as they know, you are the perpetrator. As far as they know, they got a legitimate tip that you are a problem, and they are going to act accordingly. One interesting tip I saw that I wasn't really expecting, but is actually a really good idea. Let the police know that you are a streamer and that this might happen to you, especially if this is going to be a regular activity for you. Make sure they know, make sure you're at risk. So that way, if they get a call, see your address, they'll probably think twice. They'll probably want to confirm first. I just wanted to say thank you for watching. The address I've provided here was the base article I used to jump off and do this. I went into a little more detail than they did in terms of how to protect yourself on social media. But they do have this article did have some really good advice, and I recommend you check it out. It also had some other good recommendations for VPNs that you could get if you need to use those. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.